Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked at a pile of dirty laundry, maybe with a stubborn coffee stain on your favorite shirt, or those gym clothes that smell, well, like you've been to the gym and just wondered what kind of magic happens inside your washing machine? You toss in your clothes, add a little bit of detergent, press a button, and an hour later, everything comes out fresh, clean, and smelling great. It seems almost magical, right? But it's not magic, it's science. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and dive deep into the fascinating world of how detergent actually works. We'll uncover the secret agents hiding in that bottle and find out how they wage war on dirt and grime. So, if you've ever been curious about the science behind your squeaky clean clothes, you're in the right place. Let's get started. First things first, we need to understand our enemy, dirt. Dirt isn't just one thing. It's a combination of all sorts of stuff. You've got your water-soluble messes, like sugar from a spilled soda or a bit of salt. These are the easy ones. Water alone can usually handle them. But the real trouble comes from oils, fats, and grease. Think about salad dressing, the oil from your skin that builds up on your collar, or that greasy fingerprint on your t-shirt. Water and oil, as you know, don't mix. It's like trying to get two magnets with the same poles to touch, they just repel each other. This is because water molecules are polar, meaning they have a slight positive and negative charge, while oil molecules are nonpolar. They just don't want to hang out. So, when you try to wash an oily stain with just water, the water molecules just slide right past the oil, leaving the stain behind. This is where our hero, detergent, enters the scene. The secret weapon inside every bottle of detergent is a special type of molecule called a surfactant. That sounds complicated, but the concept is actually pretty simple. Think of a surfactant molecule as a tiny, two-faced agent. It has a head and a tail. The head is hydrophilic, which is a fancy way of saying it loves water. It's attracted to water molecules like a moth to a flame. The other end, the tail, is hydrophobic, meaning it fears water. But guess what it loves? Oil and grease. So, when you add detergent to your wash, millions of these tiny surfactant molecules get to work. Their oil-loving tails dive into the greasy stains on your clothes, while their water-loving heads stick out, facing the water. This creates a bridge between the oil and the water, something that couldn't exist before. Imagine a huge crowd of these surfactants all working together. They completely surround a tiny droplet of oil. The tails are all pointing inwards, grabbing onto the oil, and the heads are all pointing outwards, facing the water. They form a tiny sphere around the grease, called a micelle. Now, the oily stain is trapped inside this little bubble. And because the outside of this bubble is covered in water-loving heads, the entire package, the micelle with the oil trapped inside, can now be easily lifted off your clothes and washed away by the water. It's like putting the grease in a tiny, water-friendly vehicle and escorting it right out of the fabric and down the drain. The agitation from the washing machine, the slushing and tumbling, helps this process along by breaking up bigger stains and giving the surfactants more surface area to attack. So, it's not magic, it's a clever chemical trick. But hold on, modern detergents are much more than just simple surfactants. If you look at the ingredients list, it looks like a chemistry final exam. That's because laundry is complex, and we need more than one tool for the job. One of the most important additions is enzymes. Enzymes are biological catalysts, and different enzymes target different types of stains. Think of them as specialized stain assassins. For example, protease enzymes are brilliant at breaking down protein-based stains, like blood, grass, or egg. Amylase enzymes go after starch-based stains, like potato, pasta sauce, or chocolate. And lipase enzymes. They are the fat busters, helping to break down greasy, oily stains like butter or salad dressing. These enzymes work by chopping up the large, complex stain molecules into smaller, simpler pieces that the surfactants and water can then wash away more easily. It's an incredible one to punch against stubborn spots. Another key ingredient you'll often find are builders, like phosphates or citrates. Their main job is to deal with hard water. Hard water contains a lot of dissolved minerals, like calcium and magnesium. These minerals can interfere with the surfactants, basically getting in their way and making them less effective. Builders work by grabbing onto these minerals and keeping them occupied, so the surfactants are free to do their primary job of attacking dirt and grime. They essentially soften the water inside your washing machine, boosting the detergent's overall cleaning power. So, if you live in an area with hard water, detergents with effective builders are your best friend for getting a truly deep clean. And what about making our clothes look brighter and whiter? That's where optical brighteners come in. These are fascinating compounds that are, in a way, a clever illusion. They don't actually remove more stains. Instead, they absorb invisible ultraviolet light from the sun and re-emit it as visible blue light. Our eyes perceive this added blue light as a brighter, whiter appearance. So when your white shirts look whiter than white, it's often thanks to these optical brighteners tricking your eyes into seeing a cleaner, crisper color. They don't make the fabric cleaner, but they definitely make it look cleaner. It's a bit of light-bending magic that gives our laundry that extra visual pop. Then we have polymers. These are special ingredients designed to prevent dirt from redepositing onto your clothes. You see, once the surfactants and enzymes have lifted the dirt off one item, you don't want it to just float around and stick to another clean shirt in the same load. Anti-redeposition polymers act like a shield. They wrap around the dirt particles floating in the water, keeping them suspended so they can't reattach to the fabrics. They ensure that once dirt is gone, it stays gone, and everything gets rinsed away cleanly at the end of the cycle. Finally, of course, we have fragrances and perfumes, which are added to leave our clothes with that pleasant clean laundry smell that so many of us love. They don't help with cleaning, but they definitely improve the laundry experience. So let's recap the whole process. You throw your dirty clothes into the washing machine. You add detergent, which contains a whole team of specialized ingredients. The machine fills with water. The builders get to work, softening the water so the other ingredients can perform at their best. Then, the enzymes jump into action, breaking down specific, tough stains like grass or chocolate into smaller pieces. Next, the star players, the surfactants, surround the oily, greasy dirt, trapping it in micelles. The washing machine's tumbling action helps lift these micelles off the fabric. The polymers then keep all that captured dirt suspended in the water, preventing it from sticking back onto your clothes. Finally, the rinse cycle washes all the dirt, the enzymes, the surfactants, and the polymers away, down the drain. The optical brighteners remain, making your whites look brighter, and the fragrance leaves a fresh scent. It's an incredibly well-orchestrated chemical ballet happening in every single load of laundry. From surfactants creating bridges between oil and water, to enzymes acting as specialized assassins, and builders fighting off hard water minerals. Every ingredient has a specific and crucial role to play. It's a testament to the power of chemistry and engineering working together to solve a common, everyday problem. So next time you're doing laundry, take a moment to appreciate the incredible science at work in that little scoop or capful of detergent. It's so much more than just soap. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the science of clean. I hope you found it as interesting as I do. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the science of everyday life. Let me know in the comments if there are any other common household products you'd like me to break down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.